Morning guys, Martin here from TSI. Hope you're well. Just a quick little video blog update, I guess. It's Saturday morning, it's reasonable weather, no coronavirus here, and starting to get stuff ready because we've got Nuketown tomorrow. Going off gelballing and very much looking forward to it this week. Sorry, just moved the lamp there. Yeah, we're getting batteries charged, getting some gels grown, ready for some running around at Nuketown tomorrow. It's the first time we've been for, must be a good 6 weeks, I think. We had so many little hiccups behind the scenes with the venue. There's all the building works going on and just playing area restrictions, so we just sat tight and we're going back tomorrow. Got a pretty cool game plan organised. Brent and I went out there last weekend to not come up with some new ideas, but just some things that we want to do a bit different and just play a different kind of game, if you want to call it that. Whilst it's still shooting at each other with squishy balls, a little bit different. On our gel blaster front, vectors. I love my vector. Specifically that one. That's my one. That's my teammate Iggy's. That's the little CQB fun one. And there's a parts gun up here. Bloody vectors are going to be the end of me. I tell you what, these motors that come in them, and none of these vectors are built. I don't have them built. They're supposed to be just reliable and workable. This one was tuned by Shackers Clackers for Iggy. It's got a... Sorry, my son just came in. It's got just a 1.25 spring, an Azrael's Armory aluminium barrel and T-piece, new cylinder head, O-ring and nozzle, and it runs 298, 300 FPS all day, every day. My one down here, pretty much the same. The only thing it doesn't have is the cylinder head. Still has an aluminium barrel, but it's not one of Azrael's, and it's not quite as powerful. It's probably around about 270, so obviously a little bit of an air leak compared to that one. This one here is completely stock, just with a 1.25 spring. They all run 11 volt too. That one and this one have got about a 26, 27 centimeter barrel, which comes all the way to here, and then you just got the hop up on the end. This little one here, the barrel's only 9 centimeters long, literally that long, because the barrel finishes here, and then you've got the hop up. So that one's, whilst it's still 1.25 spring and O-ring, blah, 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 it's only around about 170 FPS, if that. But it's fine. It does a job just for really close quarter stuff. And this one has a dead motor. This one has a dead MOSFET. That one had a dead MOSFET, but fortunately, and big thanks to Benny from, where are you from? Gelball Undercover, Mod Pit, it gave me a MOSFET some time ago, and then we actually managed to work out how to wire it and still keep the fire modes. So Benny, whilst I, a little while ago, hadn't been able to keep fire select with the retrofit of the new MOSFET into the old vector, we've been able to keep fire select, although the order on the switch is upside down. So you've got auto, single shot, and burst at the bottom. So it's a bit ass about face, but it still works. This one, however, MOSFET is completely gone. It's now hardwired straight off the switch. So I'm going to get a little XASR MOSFET from Azrael's Armory just to protect the switch, because they're only a 3 amp switch and it's going to blow. So that one's just auto only, no prime, not phased. I did like my burst, but I can still do it. That one there, however, needs a new motor. Check this out. I've got pretty strong fingers and you can barely turn the motor. It's real stiff. There's heaps of play internally. Can't really see it. Anyway, it's shot. That's the 4th vector motor I've done. That's got its 3rd motor in it. All standard motors, all second hand. So take it for what they're worth. They're worth nothing. That's had 3 in it. That one, when I got it, had a dead motor. I got it very, very cheap with the dead motor as a spare parts gun, blaster. And it's now shot. Its 2nd motor, or essentially 3rd. Shacker Shaka Clacker, the magician from Shaka's Clackers, has got some motors for me. He has some APS motors that'll go straight in. They're not highly not a highly tuned motor, but they're going to be a lot better than these pieces of poo that will go in. They're a 480 short, so that's going to go in. I'm going to put one in here with the MOSFET, and hopefully one in here. That one, still only being standard switch, is probably going to kill the MOSFET as well, because it's full auto wired as well. Sorry, same as this one. It doesn't have a MOSFET in there. So probably get those done next week, hopefully. We'll see. Tomorrow I'm probably going to be running around mostly with the Blitz, maybe my UMP. Hoping to get back this evening my Gen 9 from Shaka, who's been doing a bit of a rebuild on it. It was mostly to put the gate Asta MOSFET in it. I had some dramas. I fell on it and essentially snapped it in half on the hinge point. I don't remember when that was. Way back into last year, and damaged the T-piece, damaged the nozzle. That was pretty much it, but just didn't seem to run right. Nothing ever seemed to kind of go right. Damn it, someone just started a mower. I do apologise. Let me shut the garage, 2 seconds. Sorry for the light change, but hopefully you can't hear the mower now. So the Gen 9, so yeah, it never quite ran right, so Shaka took it back and had a quick check over it, and he's actually changed the motor out as well, and that the motor bushes were not much better than this. It was cogging terribly, which is probably explain why my battery life wasn't very good on it in the last few games. And yeah, so he's put a new nozzle on it. Oh, it actually wasn't a nozzle, it was the cylinder head bent. And put the Asta in there. So that's all ready to go. I believe he's got me set up with binary trigger, which is to run a binary trigger. It's essentially, you've got bang, and as you release, bang. Bang, 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 bang. So you can shoot bang, 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 bang. It's a way of shooting faster with still only a single shot. But of course you've got to remember, if you pull the trigger and go bang, that it's going to fire after. So you can't just stand and hold it back, and you've got to go bang, bang, or hold it back and expecting for a single shot to go forward. But yeah, kind of looking forward to getting that back. This one obviously is completely stock, as we've spoken about. For hardcore blasters a little while back, I put a smaller spring in it. I dropped it down to a 1.25, I think it was. It might have been a 1.3, to stay under 300 for hardcore. And I've put the factory spring back in, which takes it back up to about 320. Side by side, the spring seems to be a 1.3, or maybe something like an M110, but it's the unequal, so variable rate, and it definitely is a little bit more punchier than a 1.3 equal. But that's it really for today. I've got to get charging of some batteries, got a whole heap of batteries there, and then get some gels growing. The other thing I'm going to do tomorrow that Brent from Azra's Armory and I have forgotten to try about a bajillion times in the last nearly a year, is we're going to take my genuine CAA Tactical Roni carbine to try one of the Azrael pistols in it. You've probably seen some of the stuff coming, that he has CO2 pistols coming that are going to blow everything out of the water. So we want to see if it fits in here, as they're designed for a Glock. This was originally a Glock, but I have actually adjusted relieved some of the plastics to suit my Smith & Wesson M&Ps, real steel pistols. So I want to see if it's going to run in this. Be pretty interesting to know. If it does, then we can run around with gas Gelball pistols as a carbine. Smells of gunpowder. I like it. Alright, well, I might leave it to it. I'll get charging of some batteries. Hopefully, see you at Nuketown tomorrow on the Gelball field with gels coming at you, because I'm going to shoot you if you're in front of me. Hope you have a good day, guys. Keep away from that coronavirus and keep sucking in the fresh air playing Gelball outside, because it's Australia and it's the best.